Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language. Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we, film a whole episode that 3 things happen. These people go grocery shopping, this other person takes a pregnancy test, Craig buys a truck. Boom, done.
Someone eats dinner.
Yeah, what is happening with this show? There's so much juicy material there.
I know. I don't understand either, because they're
it's
we
like
get
they're
all or
saving
nothing.
it. Yeah,
right? Like last week I thought we were like picking up, and then this week was like a big letdown.
Yeah,
Not that
I don't
it was
know.
a letdown, but like I feel like, there was nothing scandalous really.
I don't know if they're going to get a second season. We'll see.
I know, it's scary.
I don't know how it's going. Guys, my name's Amye Archer. I'm here with my bestie Steph, and we're talking Prison Brides 106 Baby Steps.
Prison Brides.
Season 1, episode 6. Any announcements? No, nothing. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. That's it. That's all we got. Nothing else. I don't have anything. So if you didn't hear it already, Jenny and I, my sister and I, we do a Gen X Corner.
I love it.
And it's on our highest Patreon tier. And we did Hell Camp Teen Nightmare, which was a wild ride. Like parents in the 80s.
I haven't listened yet.
Dude, they were just like paying people to kidnap us out of our beds. It was insane.
I know. Fucking nuts.
My mom watched it and she called me to tell me she would never do that to me.
Of course she did.
I'm like, Mom, I hope you'll never kidnap me out of my bed. I'm a 46-year-old woman. Could you see who you'd have to send to get this little meatball out of the house? I'm going to be hanging onto my bed, kicking and screaming.
Those wisps of hair, all sorts of frazzled.
They can't grab me by my hair. What are they going to do? They'll grab me by my hair and the whole thing will come out.
They'll have like 3 strands. This is terrible. Why am I even doing this with you?
Then they'll get me in the van. They'll be like, we're having buyer's remorse here. Let's put her back.
Buyer's remorse. Can we get a refund?
All right. I hope you all enjoyed. Steph, what'd you think of my Valentines from the Married at First Sight men?
That was the funniest fucking shit ever. I loved those so much.
I mean, Orion just wants to build a bridge.
They were I'm gonna blow that bridge up, but they were perfect. Perfect.
What did Cam's card say? Do you remember?
You broke my ticker. I hate us.
What a weirdo.
You broke my ticker.
Guys, let me tell you something.
My ticker every day.
We're going to have I know the announcement I can make. Next week, we'll be dropping Love is Blind.
Yay!
But I will tell you this. I'm going to give a little spoiler right now. I mean, it's not that specific.
I've only watched 2 episodes. Are you going to spoil something on me?
I'm just going to say...
She doesn't care. She does it anyway.
I'm just going to say there's not a good representation of men in this season. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm really struggling with all of these dudes.
Yes, we need more heroes like Michael, Brokeback Prince in the pods. Because don't forget, guys, as much as we love Love is Blind, at its core, it's made by the same people who make Married at First Sight.
I know, and you know what I was just thinking of? Michael would have definitely been a better candidate for Love is Blind.
I would have fallen in love with Michael through the wall. I would have been humping that glass.
Oh, same.
Like the worm.
Oh, yeah. I'd be sliding my noodle all up and down.
I'd be pressing my tits right against that glass. Can you see them? They're down here. They're way down there.
Check my knees. No, I'm kidding. All right. Oh my Lord, we're terrible.
So let's talk. So that'll be coming next week. I'm not sure what day. We'll let you know. Okay,
yeah, we're working on it.
So Prison Bride season 1 episode 6 Baby Steps. We start with who should we start with? Where do we want to go? I mean, this is not a jam-packed
It doesn't matter.
episode. No. Let's go with Erin and Michael, who are just doing grocery shopping.
Yeah. And he doesn't know, is it rice and potatoes or rice or potatoes?
This is the fucking content these people is this Puddle Monkey? Oh my god, is it Puddle Monkey? I know it's Big
No.
Fish and they're London-based, but can they be masquerading and it's really Puddle
Mm-mm.
Monkey?
No. It
'Cause
can't
this
be.
this is like the equivalent of
I
4
know.
adults on lawn chairs on, the kidney patio talking about COVID.
Oh, yes, the kidney patio.
Jesus.
God, I love
So
a kidney patio.
they go grocery shopping, they have a tight budget, they've both been working a lot. He's working nights, she's working days. She says they can pay their bills, but that's it. Mike says they have goals to buy a house. Then
Mhm.
we see them, they go on a picnic,
Mhm.
and he wants to get married now, she's still married. That's it. End of story for them.
Until
The
we
previews.
see her on the phone.
That's the previews, don't
I
jump
know, I was
ahead.
hoping that happened this week because
No.
that was the preview from last week
That's what
too.
they need to do, they need to space this out a little bit.
I
Like,
know.
on Love is Blind, on Love After Lockup, the storylines don't run concurrently. Like, they space it out so that you have a little action here, little action there,
I know, and
you know?
that's what we need.
Yeah,
They need
100%.
to take notes.
All right, let's go to our faves. Meghan Markle and Hottie McCrimes.
Oh, Hottie McCrimes. How does Hottie McCrimes get hotter to me this week?
By
That
doing
he wants to
art.
quit his job and be an artist. I
Mhm.
mean, was he made for me?
I wanna apologize to Hottie McCrimes because I thought this was some frauding
You
here
did.
with the preview. I thought he went to a paint and sip and was
Yeah.
joking.
Oh,
He's
no.
a legit artist. It's been in magazines. Like, he's been written up
Crazy.
and yeah.
Cray cray, right? I didn't see
So,
that coming, but
it's
I'm here
been
for it.
3 months since they've seen each other, and he
Mm.
wraps her pajamas around his pillow and sleeps with them, Steph.
Amy. Amy. I can't.
I
I mean,
can't
I
either, it's
would
so
be
cute.
wrapping a Hottie McCrime shirt around my pillow.
Do you remember,
Hump it.
Pillow Pets?
Of course.
What if there was a pillow pet of Hottie
Hottie
McCrimes?
McCrimes. Maybe we need to make one.
Would you hump it?
I mean, what kind of question is that? We know the answer to this. Move along, Amy. We know the answer.
So,
Backdoor
me
friends know the answer.
if you're a backdoor friend, you'll be humping that pillow person, whatever it
Which is
is, pillow
funny
people.
because this morning I was trying to find a pair of shoes in my closet and I came across the pillow of your face.
Mm,
That
it's a
was in
very
my
important
closet.
pillow.
It was, and I was like, "Oh, I should bring that on the pod."
Yeah, you have it hiding in your closet. Very
I
nice.
do. Well, I
Mhm.
have to.
Does
Patrick wouldn't
Patrick
get
go in
away
there
from
with
it. See?
it?
It was breaking up my marriage. I had to put it where he couldn't get to you.
So
Couldn't keep his hands off you, Aim.
so Hottie McCrime tells us, I like to joke that I'm the catch, but Svea is really the catch here.
He's
And he
adorable.
says she shouldn't have to come and stay in this basement. I
I
just love him.
know.
He says all the right things.
I know he
How
does.
does this how
How?
old is he? Let me look him up. Hold on.
26 or something? 7?
He's 30.
Oh.
How does this 30-year-old that spent, the last 7 or 8 years in prison have more emotional intelligence than half these bros on Married at First Sight?
I literally have no idea. But
By the
I
way,
love him.
I made up a new term that I would like to debut today.
What is it?
We're going to be using it a lot on Love is Blind, so get ready.
Okay.
Okay. You know how you have a guy, it already happened on Love is Blind. You probably saw it in episode 1 or 2.
Okay.
And they've been in the pods for like 3 days and they talk about how much growth they've experienced. We see a lot of this, right?
We
Like
do.
Brennan's talking about it, how much growth he's experienced on
Fuck
Married at
off.
First Sight.
Fuck off.
It's called broth.
Bro. Oh, I love it. He brothed.
I'm like, that's broth. That's not growth.
That's totally broth. Yes.
I ran it past Janet this morning, my therapist. She loves it. She's like, I'm going to start using it.
Janet.
You're not growing. You're broing.
Oh, Janet.
Okay. So she says, look, I told Hottie McCrimes in the very beginning of our relationship that I live a certain fucking way.
Yep.
And I'm not changing. Because he's like feeling all sorts of bad that she used to be in the basement with the
I
George
know.
McGovern stickers all over the place.
I mean, I'm glad he didn't take those down.
No. They're, like I said, she shows up. She's wearing a Nike sweatshirt.
I know.
She has a Michael Jacobs bag. She has a Coach purse. They're not
Who's Michael Jacobs?
Isn't that his name?
I don't have any idea. I've never heard of that.
She had a name with a bag with a name.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. Is it a
Oh.
brand?
I
Let
never
me
heard
look
of
it up.
that.
Oh my God.
Michael Jacobs? Michael Kors?
No. Jesus
Jesus, you guys, we just lost every
Oh
listener.
my god, it probably is Michael Kors.
I hate you.
I don't think it was.
Amy, there's Michael Jacobs. Backdoor friends. You know, this
Oh,
is
wait, Michael Jacobs bags. Yes,
what?
it's Marc
Mark.
Jacobs.
Oh.
Marc.
Oh, guys, please don't hate us.
Is that a fashion brand? Marc
It
Jacobs?
it must
Yeah.
be.
Okay.
I
All right.
mean, I don't know. I don't use
My
it.
point is she's running around with labels and nobody's blurring it. And I'm like, wow,
I
that's
know we've
wild.
talked about
Okay.
this.
All right. So she's coming to see him. And
Yep.
she pulls up, he has roses. She can't get out of that car fast enough. She's
Mm.
wrapping herself around him. But
I
she
mean, she
immediately
had to peel me off of him first.
she doesn't waste much time because she's like, you need to find an apartment. I can't be with nobody who has no goals, she says.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
says, I cannot be with nobody who has no goals.
How do you feel about, well, we're not going to talk about her grammar, it's her second language, but
Right.
how do we feel about her being like a hard ass? Is
We'll
she
talk
being
about
too
that.
hard?
I have
Okay.
thoughts on it. Okay,
Okay.
let's finish and then we'll talk. So he's aware that if he wants a life with her, he needs to work or she's gone.
Oh, for sure. Which, I mean, I understand. But dude,
Svea,
it's been a couple of weeks. Give the guy a break.
well,
Sorry.
yeah. Let's just have this conversation
I
now
know, I'm
because I need to
sorry.
rip into her art
I'm
hatred
sorry.
later. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So I think her expectations. Okay. So here's where I am. I'm of two minds of this, right?
Okay.
Number one is I never fault a woman for having high standards.
No,
Okay.
never. Never. Don't take it
But
that way.
But do you expect this young kid well, he's 30, he's not a young kid. Do you expect this young guy coming out of prison to be able to live up to this standard right away? Do you understand what terrible prison system we have and how they come out with
Mhm.
nothing and no
Mhm.
skills and they're unemployable and it's like, come on, dude.
And that's why I know, and that's why I've kind of have like a little bit of a bleeding heart for him here because what are we like simmer down, right?
Simmer down now.
Simmer down
Mhm.
now.
Yeah,
Simmer
yeah.
down
Simmer
now.
down now. Yeah, current
Mhm,
references
mhm.
only.
Yes.
So she takes him to a paint and sip type situation. It's an art
Mhm.
studio. I'm not really sure what's
Yeah.
going on here.
I mean, I was here for that. I
I
would
was
love that.
I would love this. So he's really good and he explains that he got into
Mhm.
art in prison,
I know, I love this for
abstract
him.
art, and it soothed his anxiety and he's read books on Basquiat and Pollock and
I
all
know,
the,
this was so hot.
classics.
This was so hot, you guys. Am I
He
the only one
says
that thought this was hot?
you're not. I'm gonna go on a tear about her in 2 seconds.
Okay.
He says he wants to make a career out of art, and Svea's like, no. And she literally laughs at him and tells the camera she doesn't like his art.
I
I have a
know.
real fucking problem with
Me
this.
too. I'm
I have a
done. And I
real
love
problem
her.
with this.
I loved her until this moment. But
Mm-mm.
again, as someone, I am married to an artist.
Mhm.
And there
Mhm.
have been times that I've been like, that's not my style, but I
Mhm.
really love that you did a good job on it. Like, whatever. But
Yeah, I can't.
dude, I can't. No.
I
Mm-mm.
can't.
I
Now,
can't shit on somebody or I can't support somebody that's shitting on somebody's art. I can't.
as
That's
a
too much
writer,
for
this
me.
hits me in all the feels, as you can
Yeah.
imagine. But, I also come from a family of artists.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
I will
Mhm.
tell you this. It is It is naive to believe that you can have a career as an artist in this specific situation, okay?
Yes, it is
Even
naive,
your husband,
incredibly.
who's a great artist, has a career. My
Mhm.
dad, who's a great painter, has a career. Like, it's
Mhm.
rare that you are able to be famous in your lifetime or be successful in your lifetime as an artist. Does that mean you stop trying? No. You
No,
can
I
always
mean,
work to it. And if you get to that,
sure.
great.
Sure. And I wanna I mean, my husband does work sort of
He's in the art
in the art
field,
field,
right,
right.
but he's like me as a writer, like, I made my living teaching writing
Right.
because I couldn't
Yes,
just make a living as a writer. Clearly, I just
exactly.
lost my job last week when I did
I
have one as a writer.
I know.
So,
RIP
like,
job, RIP.
it's a difficult road to hoe. It really is.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
tough.
So, while I do think that it's incredibly naive of him to think that he could quit his job and make a living
But he
slapping
shouldn't quit
paint
his art
paint on the
either.
canvas. No!
Right.
And
That's
that's
the
where I'm
point.
like, "Okay, sweetheart, we can work and do art. Those 2
Yes.
things can coexist."
Yes. 100%.
And I just
100%.
feel like instead of her accepting that, she was just like, "Yeah, it's work or nothing."
She
I
looks
don't
at
know,
it
it was weird.
like,
Like a game, like a hobby.
yeah,
Well,
like
it is a hobby. I guess it is. I don't okay.
I don't think
But
it
I
is.
feel
I
like
would
she
never
was
call my writing a hobby. It's just part of me.
mm,
It's like I have to do it.
yeah, Patrick is the same way. My husband's
Yeah.
the same way,
My
so
dad's the
I don't
same
know.
way. He has to do it. My dad has never really made any money on his art. He
Mm.
continues to do it. My sister, same thing.
I bought some of your
It's
dad's art,
Yeah,
FYI.
that's true. He'll make a little bit here and there, you know what I
Mhm,
mean? And
mhm.
that's only in retirement. He wasn't able to do that when he
Right,
was working.
right, right, right. So
So it's
is
like
she naive in her thinking as well?
I think she's being too hard on him again.
Yeah, I do
Like
too.
there's also, especially if you are there's a there's a way that artists see the world. Like there's just a different I don't know how to describe it.
Oh,
I
I know
can't
what you
describe
mean.
it. But like if if she were to kill that part of him, that would be really sad.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes!
She needs to, yeah, you of course know what I'm saying.
I totally know what you're saying.
She needs to say to him, "I don't think it's smart to quit your job, but I also really believe in your art. And I think if you give it hell for a
Yeah.
couple years while you're working, you might
I
get to a place where you could do this."
I also think that there are people in the world that don't appreciate art for what it is.
Oh,
And
yeah.
right, but I do think that, like but what I'm saying is I think she's one of those people.
She may be.
Like, I
She
think
may
she's
be.
just very surface level, and I think I didn't see that much of her that side of her in the first
Mm.
few episodes, but I think it's starting to come out now.
And again, I'm not saying she should be like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, quit your job and be an artist."
No,
You and I are
no,
both saying that he can
no,
do both for a while.
that is not
Like
yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
like here's an example. I went to school for and I have a fucking poetry degree. I was a first generation college student. My parents didn't know any better. They let me go to school for creative writing with an emphasis in poetry. Guess what? I wasn't able to get a job. I had to go to graduate school and like get a degree in something
I
that
know.
was more like I wish my parents had the wherewithal. It's not their fault. They didn't know. But I wish, and this is how I guided my girls, to say to them, like, okay, if you want to do something in that field, like
Mhm.
my mom and dad should have been like, go to be an editor or go to be a copywriter or go to journalism school. And
Yes.
then you could do your poetry all you fucking want in your off time.
Yep.
But
Yep, yep.
like, yeah, that's what he needs. This guy needs a little guidance. But I think he's good. I think his art is good. All right, I'm
Yeah, I do
done.
too.
Soapbox
Okay.
away.
Okay. I mean, I completely agree with everything you said. There's no way that I couldn't. I mean,
I worked myself up into a little sweat there.
I know you did. I see her. Like,
Let
we gotta
me
fan
let me
some
get a bill and
menopausal.
wave some air into my face. Okay.
Oh, I know. I have a real problem with people that one don't like animals. That's my first thing. If you don't
Hmm.
like cats or dogs or both or one or the other, I can't.
Yeah, you don't
I
have to like
can't.
both, but one or the other. Come on.
No, I don't trust people that don't like animals. Like if you
Hmm.
tell me like I don't like cats, I don't. We can't be friends. I don't
Okay.
trust you.
Okay.
But I also don't trust people that don't appreciate art because I feel like in
Mm.
order to appreciate art, you have to appreciate someone's talents. And if you can't see that, then I
Mm.
feel like you're too narrow-minded for me.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
I'm saying that from a place of privilege too. I don't know. Am I?
No, and
I don't know.
I understand how it could feel to somebody if their husband was like, "I'm just gonna quit my job." Like, if Timmy came home tomorrow, my husband was a glass blower years ago, right? When he
Mhm,
lived,
mhm.
somewhere else. If he came home to me tomorrow and was like, "I'm quitting my job, and I'm just gonna start blowing glass," I would be like, "Pump the brakes.
Mm. Yeah.
I love this for you, but here's what
Mhm.
we're gonna do. You're
Yeah.
gonna keep your job, and for a year, you're gonna blow glass on the weekends and in the evenings till you build up a little bit of a
Right.
fan base, you know,
Yes,
see if it's
exactly.
viable to make some money, and then we can
Right.
transition out of working full time."
Right.
That's all.
Yeah, and let's see if it's something that you like to do every day, all day. Because
Yeah.
you might find that, hey, this is just a fun hobby. It's not
Right.
something that I want to do constantly every day, you know?
Right.
But
Yeah.
allow the space for that,
I
Svea.
agree. I agree.
Jeez.
I agree. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So this is where I wrote she has a Michael Jacobs bag. So I was completely wrong about that. It was Marc Jacobs. People are driving off of cliffs. They're so angry at me right now. I apologize. If it doesn't
They're
have an Old Navy tag on it, guys, I don't know. They go
I
to a
hate
fancy
you.
restaurant and Hottie doesn't even know what the forks are for. And I feel seen because this
Oh,
was me.
poor
This was me.
Hottie.
He tells her he might want to quit his job and do art. And she's like, what? What?
Mm.
Now they grab DeMarcus. She was smart here because she grabs him back up. She got DeMarcus in on this.
Yeah, thank God.
And they go apartment shopping and he kind of starts to realize, like, if I want to live in a decent
Yeah.
apartment,
Yeah.
I can't quit this job because his job, don't forget, pays
Right.
well.
But here's the thing, I don't think he's an idiot.
He's not an idiot.
Like, I don't think
He
he would realistically have quit his job to be an artist and lived in DeMarcus's basement. I mean, I could be wrong because I haven't seen ahead, but come on.
he listen, he's probably struggling with the fact that he has lost most of his
Well,
life.
yes.
But that is his fault, right? That
Right,
is his
right.
he did the crime. So, but I
He's
get
Hottie
how
McCrimes. He did the crime.
that I'm looking up, okay, he served 11 years.
Yeah, that's a long
That's a
ass
long
time.
time. He
He's
was
been a child.
19.
He was a
He
child.
was 19.
So that's what I'm saying. You
So
either
he's
have
still
to.
19. You come out,
Right.
you're still that age.
Correct.
What does a 19-year-old do? They go to fucking Penn State and get a poetry degree. That's what they do because they're idiots.
I hate you.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we're in agreement here.
I
Okay.
do.
So this apartment that he's looking at is pretty nice, but it's $1,500 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And DeMarcus is like, look, dude, you can still do art. DeMarcus has it right. He's
Yes.
like, you can still do art, but you got to crawl before you can walk.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yep.
okay.
Thank you, DeMarcus. We like you. Even though you're not even letting Hottie McCrime sleep on the couch, I'm going to let it go. For
I
now.
literally have almost no notes on Gabriella and Jamal. I
Well,
just
there
wrote her
really is
family.
nothing.
Her family's upset. She has set up a GoFundMe for 50K, wants a baby, so she's freezing her eggs, and she fights with her sister the entire time.
Yep. And that's literally all that happened.
That's it.
Um, yeah, we had nothing there.
Nope.
They didn't even show him at all.
Nope.
We saw
Nope.
her talking to the sister again, and I felt like it was the same conversation they had a week ago when we watched,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, it was
Yeah.
the same
It's just over and
conversation.
over
Her
again. Yeah.
family's pissed, she's sad. Okay, next.
Yep. All right. Next is Craig and Jessica. Now, I don't know if you saw this.
Craig. If she doesn't stop calling him Craig,
Craig.
it makes me
They're
crazy.
they're walking into some restaurant in the beginning. They're going to what is it, a dumpling place, which looked delicious.
Yeah, dude.
I could eat my weight in dumplings. I
Same.
seriously could.
Same girl, same.
They're walking in. She is taller than him. She is a tall drink of water.
Well, she has big heels on too.
That's true, but she's still
But
tall.
she's tall, yeah.
Because I mean, I guess he might be a short king. I don't know, but she's tall.
Yeah, I don't think he's very tall,
Yeah.
but I
So
don't know.
they go out for dumplings and ramen, and his mind is blown. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's and I could see this. Like he said, he's only
Totally.
been out of jail for like 10 years of his life total.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's crazy, isn't it? To think that
it's
you've been
it's
institutionalized
insane.
that long.
But
Yikes.
if you'll notice, like Jessica kind of gets this, and she's like,
Yes.
he's living in 1999 when he was imprisoned.
Mhm,
Like this
mhm.
is, a thing.
Yeah, we're seeing that she's much more in tune to reality than I think we're seeing with Svea, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Craig is really excited to buy a Silverado. And this really resonated with
I
me
know, I know. I knew it was
because
going to.
as somebody who's married to a car person,
I knew it was going to.
like Timmy just takes great pride in his cars, in his trucks. He's obsessed with them. And
Yeah.
I was happy to see that he bought a double cab short bed because that is the truck that's going to serve him the best if he has children. Just
Oh,
putting that out
Lord.
there. Okay. Um she comes out, he has the truck. He talks about like how proud he is of himself,
Mhm.
how this makes him feel like a man, that he's able to buy his own vehicle. Like it's
Yeah.
really nice, and I'm happy for him.
Me too. Me
And
too.
she comes out and looks at it, and he goes, "Is it noise?"
Is
She's
it
like, "Yeah,
nice?
it's noise. It's noise." And he's going, "Is it noise?"
So
It
cute.
was cute. So Jessica says in the state where they are, I forget what state it was. It's not Michigan, which is odd. Kansas. I think they're in Kansas. Let me see. I
Yeah, I
have
think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
have
yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, I think they
Jessica.
are.
Yep,
Yep.
Kansas. So he says Jessica tells us in this state, work release takes 10% of his salary and puts it aside for his release.
Wow.
I wrote only 10%.
Mhm.
Like he's in work release. He's not doing anything else. Take 20, take 30.
I know,
Send
it's
him out of
nuts.
jail with a big chunk.
I know. Crazy, right?
Yeah. So now they talk about wanting a baby, a baby,
A baby,
a baby. And we learn that she has type 1 diabetes. So
which
she's
I
like
was
a
like,
little nervous about.
"Whoa."
Again, very serious, can cause a lot of
I mean,
complications.
we know that Shelby died.
And still magnolias,
Still
yes. How could we
Magnolias.
forget? How could we forget? Does she get an RIP? Yeah, she does.
Mm,
Shelby gets an RIP.
R.I.P. Shelby, R.I.P.
So later they're just chilling and her sugar's like all over the place. He's like, maybe you're pregnant. And she takes a test and she is. That's it.
Yep, that was it. What do you think? All right, we need to talk about this. What do we think about the pregnancy?
Well, we know the spoiler, right? Do we know the spoiler? Do you not want to
I
know the
don't.
spoiler? Okay. I'm not going to say it. But Google around, guys. You'll see what's going on with these
All
two.
right.
hmm
Well, let's not spoil it for everyone, but I want you to tell me the spoiler.
I'll tell you later.
All right.
Okay. So, we know that they're gonna have a baby because in the previews we saw the little boy clothes hanging
Yes,
up.
we
So,
did.
yeah.
We did.
I like Craig. I think this is his best shot. He of all these fools,
I
I
agree.
shouldn't say fools, of all these
No.
guys,
Mhm.
he has the best shot.
Yeah. I agree
And
with
for
this.
reasons that he described, right?
Right.
So, I don't know, but I also think, it's it's I don't know how what I'm like it's such a challenge to reacclimate to the outside world after you've been institutionalized for a short time.
I can't even
Imagine
imagine.
most of your life.
No. Like, how do you even know how to live? You don't.
And
Like, how?
unless you really get help in processing that, like it's
Mhm.
one thing to say I have a wife, I have a house, I have a job. Do you have mental health care? Because that's what you need.
I know. I know. I mean, we've talked about that several times, the need
Yeah.
for
They should
therapy,
come out of
listening.
prison with like, here's a year free of therapy.
With growth.
Well, they they get some growth on the inside. So that's it. That's our episode.
That's it.
That's
I
it.
really want it to pick up because this needs to keep going on because I
Well, let's
love
talk
it.
about these previews.
All right, all right. Let's do it.
We see Gabriella get to the States, and there's some weird love triangle happening here. Friend love triangle, where
Mhm.
Olivia's supposed to be married by Emma, but Gabby also is supposed to be. And Emma, they're getting married on the same day, and Emma can't be in two places at once. But she told Olivia she would, but she told Gabby she would. I
I
don't know
know.
what's happening.
What is she going to do? Why would she do that to both of them?
I don't
How is
know.
that possible?
I'm wondering if it was a situation where, like, because everything seems really fluid. So it's
Hmm,
like they didn't know when the wedding date was, and then suddenly it was this day, and you
that's
know what I mean? I don't know.
crazy.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't know.
And
But what
Olivia's
else do
telling
we
the camera
see?
like people will let you down. I don't know what accent that was. It's kind of
I have no
country. It
idea
was a little
either.
country.
It's a little something. It's a little Amy.
Was it like
Little
you broke
Amy.
my ticker?
You broke my ticker.
So Svea and Hottie McCrimes are hitting a rough patch.
Yeah.
She's on the phone
And
going, "What are you doing today? Are you cleaning your room? Do you hear
uh
me? Are you
yeah,
listening to me? You tidying up today? Because you
yeah.
better be."
I'd be happy if you tidied up. I was like, What? Why are you
Yeah.
you're not even there.
Mm-mm.
Would you care if his room
She's
was a mess if you
she's
weren't
like a
there?"
mom telling her kid to clean his
I
room.
know, and that's exactly what I'm thinking, and, like, I don't think Hottie McCrimes needs a mom. He has
No.
that great grandma. Get the fuck out of here. He
Yeah.
needs me.
Jessica and Craig are fighting over money because she pretty much has a home goods addiction. And
I mean, and
same,
I
girl.
feel seen.
Same,
I
same.
feel seen. I
I
mean,
can't resist those fucking glass pumpkins. I have
no.
87 pumpkins in my house. You know
Uh-huh.
this.
And a
The trees
bazillion
are even
Christmas
worse.
trees. Me too.
Yes.
Mhm.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Because
Okay.
I'm into the trees too. It's
Mhm.
bad.
Mhm.
I know.
Um Erin finds drugs in Michael's bag.
Oh, Amy, I was hoping we saw this
Ugh.
story this week because they teased us with this last week.
They teased us with it. She does the exact right thing, which is she calls her sister,
Friend?
friend, the
Friend? I don't
friend
know.
who was in on the engagement, that
Yeah, I
friend.
think it was the friend.
She calls the friend. The friend is like, "You need to get out of there for a few days." She does the absolute right thing. She packs up her stuff. She is stunned by this.
Mhm.
None of us are.
Oh, none
None
of
of
us
us
are.
are. No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I understand though, like just wanting someone to change so badly, but
I know.
they need help to do that. It's hard to do that.
But he was in prison for so long. Do you think he really doing drugs in prison? Like
Yeah,
that
there are
much?
drugs in prison,
I
but
understand that. I do.
yeah,
You guys have all, educated me a little bit.
yeah.
I understand, but is it like, can you get drugs in prison to the point where, like, you're addicted?
Well,
Like, is
don't
there that
forget
many?
was it him who was out of prison and reoffended
Yeah.
or was that
Mhm.
Craig?
No, that's him. I think
So
they both
like
did.
yeah, so like he was only in this time for like a year or two, right?
I can't remember.
I
I'm a
don't
little
know.
fuzzy on the
Yeah.
details.
I don't know, dude. I
Terrible, I
mean,
should
like I
know.
told you before, my cousin keeps doing this. It's very upsetting.
Mm,
She's an addict. And until that
yeah,
behavior's addressed, I
I
my heart
know.
breaks for her. I want her to get the help she needs, which is
Sure, right.
treatment.
But
Right.
I guess I just have a hard time. I mean, maybe. I don't know. You don't detox in prison?
You do, but
I don't, I maybe because I'm not an addict, I'm not gonna understand.
I think you detox because you have to,
Have to, right.
but
Yeah, I know.
detoxing isn't like there's so many more pieces to it, right? So,
Sure,
I
sure.
don't know.
I guess my thought is, and again, I sound like an asshole. I'm not even gonna keep going.
Okay
But
then.
no, I feel like somebody's gonna be like, "You're privileged because 'cause you've never been
No,
into
it's okay to ask
addiction." Like,
questions that you don't know. Like you and I, our lives and where we grew up, we're real familiar with alcoholism, but
uh-huh,
we're not super familiar with,
this
meth and
and
this kind of stuff,
yeah,
right?
I mean,
That's
right.
okay.
Yeah.
You
So,
can
like,
ask questions about it.
I get, like, my question is, after you detox, like, but I guess you would come out of there and just itch to do it again? I don't know,
Right?
I would
Because
hope that
I mean, if it
I
works
guess I
like
would hope.
alcoholism, right?
I
Like that's a
know,
disease and you have to work on the
I know,
disease. So I don't know.
I know, it's the
I don't
same
know.
fucking thing. I'm
Yeah.
just grappling with it,
But
clearly.
I'm really proud of Erin. I think she did the right thing.
I
So,
hope she does. Like, I
yeah.
hope we actually do see her leave.
Oh my god, if she's still with him.
I don't know.
Ugh. And I'm not saying like
Do you
all drug
think
addicts
that's
should be thrown away and aren't deserving of love, but
No,
like he needs to work
no.
on this before she
Right,
makes a decision there.
right. I mean, especially because she left her child behind to
Especially
come here
because
and
she
start a
has a
life.
child, right?
Yeah,
And if
like,
she's
yeah.
talking about bringing that kid here, which she mentioned, no, 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 no,
Mhm.
no, no, no. Do
I
not do
know,
that.
I
Do
know.
not.
So I am curious to know if she actually leaves him,
Mm.
or does she leave and then take, like, what happens? Does he go
What
back to jail?
happens?
Like, I need to
What
know.
will become of them?
Because
Do you
he
like
has to
that? I
be
just
on.
went to a little church hymn for you.
I did, and glossed right over it. Did,
Don't blame you.
do we see him, like, does he go back to jail?
I don't there are spoilers out there about him as well. So
Okay.
Google around and search for
Alright.
yourselves, guys.
So
But
what I'm wondering at this moment is, 1, does he go back to jail? 2, he has to be on some kind of parole or something where he's gonna get drug tested, right?
right.
Do you
I
just come
think
out of
so.
prison? Like, come on, dude, what?
Yeah, I don't know. He's scary guy.
He's
He's a
scary.
scary guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
scares the shit
Yeah.
out of me.
All right, guys, that's all we have to say for this one. Not much
Mm,
happened. So
not
let's hope
much.
Maths is keeping us pretty busy. We're over there yapping
It
about that
sure
shit going on.
is.
Mhm.
I I mean,
And
it
let's
is.
hope next week we have a little something more to dive into.
Yeah, I mean, I hope.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I was hopeful for this week. But
All
you
right,
guys still got to
guys.
hear our nonsense.
What else are we doing? We're doing maths. We're doing Love is
Love is
Blind. So look for Love is
Blind.
Blind. On Patreon, Supercast, Apple subscriptions, we got Sister Wives going on, 90 Day the Single Life, some Gen X content over there, and I'm reading my book. So head on over there.
Still reading my book.
I have an idea for Patreon that I want to run past you on air live.
Oh God, okay, hit me.
I'm thinking after I'm done reading my book that we do the Sister Wives, Becoming Sister Wives book club over there.
There's
Like
a Becoming Sister Wives book club.
Becoming Sister Wives is the book that Robin wrote.
Oh.
I think we
I'm
need
sorry.
a book club where we're reading it and we're talking about it.
I was confusing that with Seeking Sister Wives. That's
Oh,
like,
dude. Oh my God. The trailer dropped for Seeking Sister Wife. Guys, the Davises are back. Nick's talking about himself like he's the center of the world. Large Wife is back. That fucking idiot Garrick. I can't wait to cover that.
I have never seen this, so
Oh,
I
I
might
love
need
it so.
to catch
Let
up
me
on
just
some
tell you something.
previous seasons.
Let me give you a real quick primer to Garrick Merrifield.
Okay.
He has a wife. He's shopping for a new wife. This was last season or a season before. He finds this hot woman named Roberta, right? He starts calling his first wife Large Wife.
Why?
She's a tiny thing,
Large
wife, and Roberta is like small wife. Yeah,
Ooh,
this
I
guy's a
don't like
real
that.
fucktard. So they travel to Brazil to meet Roberta.
Okay.
Not to meet her, but to see her again. They had apparently met her before. They stay in this hotel. Large Wife is outside their hotel room crying as he's inside banging Roberta. This is what's happening.
That's horrible.
Then you have
this is why someone like me could never be polyamorous. I couldn't.
Then you have, this is not polyamory, don't forget.
No,
This
I
is
understand that.
polygamy.
No. I know. I just meant I'm covering all and I realize they're all separate. But like I could never share is what I'm saying, regardless in what way.
Then we have the Davises. And Nick Davis has 2 wives, but now they brought in a third, okay? It looks like they have a 4th this season. Okay. And he stays home and thinks. He stays home and thinks because he's kind of a genius, he calls himself. And all the women work. And then they have an enormous bed that they all sleep in.
Oh, Amy, no.
I swear to God. It is glorious. I love it so much.
Do I need to go back and watch all of this?
I mean, it's pretty great. It's pretty great.
How many seasons?
3, I think. 4.
All right, I'm
4.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah. Sidian is on one. You're going to see Sidian.
I know. I feel like I'm so invested in this podcast now that like I need to know who this shit is.
Sidian is great.
And like poor Leslie keeps posting all these housewives and
I don't know any of the housewives.
Friends, and I last year I'm like, I don't even know who that is.
I don't know
I'm
any of them.
so pathetic.
I don't know any of them. So I also want to tell everyone, run, do not walk to couple to throuple. I mean, it is.
You guys, if you want to feel all kinds of things, you want to feel like fun, joy, hilarity. You want to feel uncomfortable. You want to feel angry. You want to feel sad. Watch it. It's all those things for fucking everybody. I'm telling you.
It is all of those things.
It's all the things. And I'm here for it.
I'm truly here for it too. Guys, so we have get ready. Like I said, I'm unemployed now. I am ramming content down your throats. So get ready for it. All right, Steph, thank you. I'll see everybody later. Thank you. Bye. Love you, Ron. Love you. Love you. Love you.